Hey guys, so here is what I found out today. I went back to the machine shop because, as you can see in my last post, I tried to put these pistons in and they wouldn't go in. So what I found out the problem is the oil ring land groove on these pistons is a shallow ring groove. Let me get my camera to focus here. But I guess these Chevy pistons come, some are just standard size and some have the shallow ring groove. So essentially what happened to me was, if I had the oil rings installed, even if you tried to fully compress them down, they would still stick out past the edge of the piston a little bit. They were just almost like a little bit too wide or like too big. They just stuck out slightly, and that was causing the piston to get wedged in the cylinder when I was trying to put it in there. So took it back to the machine shop where I got the rings, and he said that was kind of a common issue, and sometimes you just never know what piston you have, what ring to get with it. So he's going to give me the correct pistons or the correct rings to go on this. Hopefully here in the next 3 or 4 days I'll have those so I can put this together. But the upper and lower compression ring are pretty standard. Doesn't sound like there's any difference in that. So if you're having a similar problem as I am, the upper rings should be fine, but these lower ones might be different. So the other thing is, I'm using just a regular old school Chevy 350 2-bolt main iron block. It's from like the late 60s, early 70s. That's the block I'm using. I just tore it down. And I'm using these pistons, which are actually, I'm not sure what year they are, but they're a little bit newer style piston. Because when I was taking out the original pistons, I didn't know about that lip that builds up at the top of the cylinder, and ended up breaking like this piece right here off of one of my pistons, one of the original ones. So I got these ones just because they were a matching set. They're just something a buddy had torn out of a motor at one point. So I was a little bit disappointed about it because you can tell these are a tapered piston. They're not a flat top piston like what a lot of Chevy 350s have. You see how the tapered edge and also this little bit of a dish in the top. So I was a little bit disappointed, thinking I would have like a lower compression and my motor wouldn't be as good. But I'm going to do an LS swap later anyway, so it wouldn't matter terribly much. But I was asking the machine shop guy about this a little bit more, about these pistons. I'm like, hey, am I going to be losing some compression with this tapered and dish piston and everything? And he's like, well, what heads are you going to use? So I told him I'm actually using Vortec heads. Those kind of have a smaller, tighter chamber. So he said these would actually be pretty ideal to use in that application. So I should end up with somewhere in like a 9-to-1 compression ratio, which is okay. But something I didn't think of was, if I had actually gone to a flat top piston, that might put me up in the 10-to-1 compression ratio range, and I would then have trouble using pump gas possibly. So I guess that works out for the best. But anyways, I thought I'd make this quick video, update you, just in case you're rebuilding a motor and have a similar issue. The oil rings might be a different size, so check that out. If your piston won't go in the cylinder with your compression tool and everything, it just gets stuck, like part way down. It's pretty obvious there's a problem. So maybe that's your issue. But anyway, so hopefully I'll get my piston rings back later this week, and I'll get the rest of the bottom end assembled. So I'll do another update at that point. So I'll catch you guys then.